Okay, I think I'm live here on Streamyard. It took a little while to get this going. It's been a while since I tried it on Streamyard. I always thought it was the easiest way to go live with a game. And I asked Streamyard through their chat if they could maybe improve, Streamyard for gaming. But let's see how this goes. We want to walk across all Skyrim. Hey, maybe that would be a good angle to go onto. But no, it takes a little bit too long.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
Stealing from the Jarl, not a bad thing to do. Oh. So in case you don't know, there's a civil war going on in Skyrim. And we're in Nord. We're gonna be on the side of the Nord. The Jarl, Ulfric Stormcloak, in the capital city of Windhelm. That's in the north. The Imperials, their main headquarters is in Solitude. And they're aligned with the hated Thalmor elves. But you have to fight. I mean, this is it. Skyrim's at war, and we are going to take the side of the righteous. We're not going to let the scumbags, come in and take over Skyrim. But we'll develop this more later. Let's see, where do we even want to go? So I have the dog Miko with me. He's my only companion. The other day on YouTube, I saw a guy, a popular gamer, makes videos. I guess it's his so-called end of Skyrim, and I don't even know how that can be. It is the greatest game of all time, and really the only one worth playing. Almost every other game's more like a kid's arcade game. But he says that you shouldn't really, that a dog is basically the worst follower. Now, dog's not really a follower because you can have other followers with them. But the idea that you're going to play the game just to get the best followers, to help you go through the battles, that's really just playing it like that's a pretty simple, low-level way to play Skyrim. You got to be more sophisticated than that. Make up your own thing, and even do it the hard way. For instance, right now, I'm on Requiem on Oldrim. But Requiem is a pretty hard mod. I've never really finished it or got too far into it, and I'd like to. At least once get through Requiem, or at least pretty far into the game. But I don't know if I'm going to get that, but I'm going to try. I don't really necessarily like the special editions, anniversary edition, and all the equipment that comes with it, all the, downloadable content, or Creation Club content. Most of that's overpowered. You just get, why do you need all that? And I also don't really like running around with weapons, clothes, or even the backpacks that other people don't really have in the game. Like this backpack here, that is from, that's a mod. Wet and Cold. Now everybody can be wearing these, in the game, all the NPCs. Now you can take the Creation Club backpack and give it to a follower, but that's not really the same thing. Other people should be wearing it. And the clothes I wear, the armor sets, they should be available to everybody in the game. Weapons too. Now you will get some very nice weapons in the game, various enchantments and things like that. But just don't play like a low-level individual. All right. Civil War. This is what we're talking about. We're going to choose the right side. Let me see. I've already spun out with this character using random alternate start. No. What did I click that for? I was trying to move that map down. How do you do that? Oh, there you go. I can't even really remember where I spun out, but I was very close here to Miko's shack. That's where I picked up Miko. His owner was dead. I gave him a burial, put him behind the cabin, and rescued Miko. I'm going to take him along with me. But I haven't really done a lot. But we're going to support the Civil War all along. We're going to be taking out Thalmor agents and maybe some Imperial troops here and there, even though my Nord character, his backstory, was that he was an Imperial soldier. Now he's older, but he's going to support the Civil War on the Nord side, the Stormcloaks. All true Nords should support that. I'll develop this more, that anybody says you shouldn't support the Stormcloaks, they're dead wrong. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop this stream now and just see how it's coming out with Streamyard. Now it looks very good on my, other monitor. Let me run around a little bit. It still looks good, but I've got to see how all the running around works on the actual live stream up at YouTube. Now here's a pass through the mountain there by the fisherman's. All right, so this is Lake Ilianada. We're at the end, where the fisherman's camp is, right over there, right above our head in that area. This is it. But there's a pass right through here. And there's another pass too. But right here is a good pass. Shortcut. And I need this shortcut over into the valley, where Whiterun is. Let me go. How do I? Because if I took the road down, from Half Moon Mill and, where the fisherman is, if I took the road, there's a frost troll waiting for me. And this is Requiem. I'm only on level 2 and everything is leveled. I mean, you can run into all kinds of crap. High-powered enemies. Pretty much off the bat. What I'm using is one of the best mods. Well, I've got a couple of mods. I've never really been a heavy modder. For the most part, I think a lot of the mods are cheat items, especially houses and things like that. But I've got the Skyrim Distance Overhaul on here. Everybody says you shouldn't use it on Oldrim. I think it works perfectly. I can't remember if I have a weather mod on this. I did make Rustic Weathers, and I got it working on Oldrim in the past. Maybe I'll do it again. Shoot, I'm not even sure what weather mod I got. I got real shelter to where the snow shouldn't go underneath, overhangs that you're under a porch, roof, things like that. But I think I have pretty good view draw right here, draw distance. There's a Whiterun up on the, let me see. There's Whiterun up above my head. There's the tower. Now I haven't gone to the tower or Whiterun. Once you go there, then you can initiate the dragons. And you don't, well, I played the game so many times. I'm just looking, I've got about 4,000 hours. Probably more considered all my offline time. But I don't necessarily like to start the game now. You know, with the dragons flying around, I like to run around without them because after a while they become a nuisance. But then after a while, I miss them. Glad to see them back. So we'll see how that goes. I think that's a decent draw distance if it's visible on Streamyard, because Streamyard, I don't think there's really no adjustments like on OBS. Usually I would stream on the Twitch platform using their app. You can make some adjustments on that. And even NVIDIA GeForce Shadow Player, whatever it is, you know, that's pretty good too. But I want to see if StreamYard will actually do pretty good. So I'm going to stop it here and just see how this came out. Now, even stopping this is going to be a problem because I got a slightly larger monitor right here for the games playing. And over here is where I'm watching, you know, StreamYard on my smaller second monitor. The second monitor is a 1080p monitor. This one here, the big one, it's big, 1400 or something, I'm not sure. But ending the stream up here, in the corner up here on the StreamYard, how do I get to it? I tried to set a hotkey, but it's not operating. Maybe because it's a different monitor and things like that. So I'm going to have to get over there, close out of this, and go end the stream over there. So let's just see what happens. Now, I guess I could use Control-Alt-Delete and try it that way. Just get rid of Skyrim right here. Now, maybe I better save this. And here's the way I like to save them. This is probably one of the best mods for immersion in the game. You know, where you're able to pray. Winter Sun's Face of Skyrim, as I think it's called. So I'm going to save this right here. Now let me see if I can get out of this and take a look at it. And then we're going to talk about the politics of Skyrim, which kind of goes along with the real world, if you know what I mean. But we don't want to do that because we don't want to get banned. So we'll talk about the wars and violence and civil war going on in the game. Just a, you know, wink wink that it could apply to the real thing. You see the fire out there? That's part of, just above my staff. There's the staff right up there. Well, there's my head. You see the orange glow? That's a pretty good draw distance. And this is Skyrim distance over all the crappy thing that everybody says you shouldn't use. I've always liked it. All right. Back to getting out of the game. Let me see. All right. Now, if I'm still streaming, I think I'm out of the game. But there goes the end stream. Let's